Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Michael for Spirit Comics. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please do subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss any new uploads. Also, please do like and share this review. Give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to comment. And thank you to all those people who have subscribed to my channel recently. I'm now at 164, still heading toward 200. And thank you to all those who do comment. I really appreciate you. Now, back in 2018, Image Comics released a series called Exorsisters. I reviewed issue 1 back then, and I didn't get around to reviewing issue 2. But that one actually came out in, well, I'm not sure when, but I just looked it up a few minutes ago because I couldn't remember. And it said November 21st of 2018. And if you're guessing that this is not about a guy in a collar, then you're right. This is about two sisters, or at least it looks that way, wouldn't you say? This is from Image Comics. This is one of the labels I rarely buy from, but I am proud of Image Comics for what they've done, the stance they have taken regarding the coronavirus. So this video will be day 2 of my stay at home confinement, whatever you want to call it. So first I want to say something about this cover. When John Horst of Purple Earth Comics here in Huntington, West Virginia, told me about issue 2, he showed me this cover and I was like, I've got to have this cover because it's a lot better than the other one. I can't remember what the other one was like. But this reminds me of Jem and the Holograms cartoon from the 1980s. You remember, Jem, totally outrageous. Well, these girls are totally outrageous. Yeah, and just look at them. Look at that one. She's like all about fun, having a good time. And this one seems to be all about seriousness, you know, getting to the point of everything. Not much fun in her life at all. But if you missed the first review of the issue 1, you'll know that these two are not sisters. They're actually the same person. And there's more goes, they explore this in issue 2. So just for this sake of review, we're going to call them sisters. So anyway, the two girls head to the home of this woman because she thinks that her daughter is possessed. Because, you know, who wouldn't? I mean, take a look at the daughter. The expression on her face. But the mother corrects him, says it's not her. It's her father. There he comes. And he lunges directly for one of the girls, who is a badass, to say the least. Because the one she lunged for is not afraid to fight. She sticks her hand literally down his throat and grabs the demon that's inside of him and yanks it out. I mean, if you think that's bad, you should read issue 1. But the demon apparently explodes and gets and all of his remains land on this girl. But the father's back to normal now, and then the mother meets up with him. and trying to explain why she needs their help. And she says, I need help. She's like, I know, Mother. That's the only reason you ever talk to us. And you can sense some tension there. So we do a flashback here. And this is back when she was younger. They had a lovely home. There was the mother, father, and the daughter. And they start telling the story. And then the other one says she knows the story. You know, while holding a bottle of Jack Daniels, I think. But she goes into detail and says that she's trying to get more work because they're needing work desperately. And she finds some work with this guy, although she doesn't ask many questions. He basically tells her that they're going to sell some sort of weird candles. But she goes back home before giving him the yes or no. And she looks at these envelopes that say final notice, past due. So she comes back and says, so we're going to be selling candles? And like any good salesman, he says, no, we're selling opportunity. So basically, the short of it is, these candles, they give you anything that you wish for. You light the candle, you think of what you want, and it magically appears. But look at this panel. See the two ladies who are there with him, trying to, encourage her. They know what's going on. Look at them in this panel. They're all black with red eyes. So you have an idea of what's going on there. She made a wish, and something came while she was gone. He said, Dad came by and left a box in the kitchen. And she said, you shouldn't have left him in until he starts paying child support. And it's a box of money. Look at that. She says, I'm okay with that. It's all here. Make them stop. So she keeps on selling these candles, and people take advantage of it. They light the candle, they think of what they want, and it comes true. But something happens. One day she gets a call while she's in bed. Yes, I did it. It did it. Who is this? I made a wish on the candle and something killed my wife. You were right. I'm free now. So this woman apparently had a wife who she wanted dead. And as you can see the blood spatter there on the wall, dead wife. So now she has this on her conscience. And then she's on the phone with her and she says, wait, I think something is in the house. And then something came for that woman. Because she heard something in the house take that woman away that wished her wife to be dead. So she goes back and says, "Okay, I've had enough. I want out of this. I want out of this racket." And that's when she's told, "Nah, it's not happening." So these two demons, they yank her soul out of her body. Don't ask me to explain it. I'm a reader just like you. That, as you can see, they yank her soul out of her body. "No, please, I'll do anything." And so, somehow, the woman is still alive, even though she's no longer has her soul. And she goes back to the guy and said, "Sorry, there's nothing I can do for you." Then he says, "You're a mother, right?" And the girl says, "I was so worried about you. I played the most difficult piece I knew to take my mind off it." "It wasn't my fault," she says. The demons came for her daughter. And the mother says, "I can't hear this. I don't want to." And the other one says they took Kate's soul, and by the time she was able to get it back, it had become me. We were too different to be joined back together, she says. And the girl never played music again. She was sort of indifferent and distant toward her mother, as she is now. And she continues on saying, "I really do need your help. When you took your soul back, it broke the deal I made to save myself. They're coming for me." Also, the mother's just looking out for herself. And so her daughter gives her the business card. Because that's how they work. Here's our card. If you end up in hell, just tear it in half. We'll find you. Aside from that, we're done. And they walk away. And if you're thinking that's weird, yeah, it is, but it's part of the mythology of this particular book. And then she's hanging her head, and something comes up behind her. "Then let us begin." And that was it for issue 2. So, as you can tell, it went by very fast, but it wasn't boring. It was a lot of fun. And I think it's even going to get more interesting as the issues go on. 5 issues were put out, and this comic book is going to resume with issue 6 in a few months. So that's basically close to 2 years in between issues, I think. So that's it for day 2 of my stay-at-home confinement stuff. No, I'm not sick, but Governor Justice of West Virginia says to stay at home, so I'm staying at home. And I have no problem with that because I like Governor Justice. If you're new here and you just saw this review, please do subscribe. Click the notification bell so you don't miss any new uploads. If you enjoyed this review, please like it, give it a thumbs up, share it around. Don't forget to comment, and thank you to all those who have recently subscribed and do leave comments. I appreciate you so very much. Yes, I do. Till next time. true readers. This is Michael for Spirit Comics.